Hey, there you are. I was waiting for you. How are you? Are you okay? Oh, rough day, huh? Yeah, I get it. With everything going on, with, heaven and hell and all of this back and forth, you'd expect that you'd be a little stressed out, huh? Yeah, no, I get it. Don't worry. If you wanted, you could sit out here just for a little bit with me. I'm not really doing much, and it'd be nice to have company. Yay! Okay, come sit down. I have this nice little spread out picnic blanket. I was gonna bring food for myself just to kind of, relax and eat a snack, but I forgot it at home. Oops. My bad. But it's okay. We can just sit here for a little bit. Um, why don't you tell me what's wrong? Why are you so stressed out? Mm-hmm. Oh, I see. Yeah, that is that is a really good reason to be a little mm, how do I say nervous, stressed, apprehensive. I understand. The world is kind of a scary place right now. We all sort of need to be there for each other. Um, so I guess if you want, we can just sit here and relax. We don't need to worry about what's going on outside or, whether or not we're going to be okay because, of course, I will believe we're all going to be okay. But it's nice to just be sometimes, It's nice to know that you can relax without having to be worried that something's going to hurt you or something's going to hurt somebody you know, and I hope you understand what I mean. You do. Okay, good. I was almost worried I wasn't making any sense there. Um, but besides that, I understand. When everything was going on with Fox and the whole heaven versus hell war thing, I was really scared. I didn't feel safe in my own home. And I never want anybody to feel that way. I never want anybody to feel like how I felt those few weeks. What was it, a month? It was a long time where I felt like I wasn't safe. And, it's odd sometimes. Because, I mean, this is a little different for me because I was born and raised in heaven where nothing goes wrong ever. But, when you're so used to everything being okay and you haven't really gone through a lot of hardships where you're at, it's hard for you to get used to it. The feeling of being afraid. Not understanding that, of course there are repercussions in the world out there, but never to the point where you're going to be genuinely hurt. I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it and this isn't what you meant at all, but it's kind of my thought on everything. So I just want you to know that I think I understand where you're coming from. I understand what it's like to be afraid, and I understand what it's like to not know what's going to happen next. But you know what? That's what's so important about having a community and being there for other people, When you're scared, it's best not to do it alone. Misery loves company. I've never actually heard of that term before I met Charlie. I didn't know that was a thing. It's an interesting phenomenon, I guess. But anyways, we don't have to keep talking about it if you don't want to. If anything, we should talk about happy things. Like birds, or unicorns, or anything that doesn't scare you. Anything that would make you feel better. I have an idea. Here, look. Come here. Look what I did. See, I put little, what are they called? They're acrylics, I think is what Sarah called them. We had a little bit of a spa day a couple days ago, and we both decided to do each other's nails, and I'm not very good at it yet. But she let me paint her nails, and then she did mine. So if you see, look, they're like a little pointy at the ends, and look, she put daisies on them. But I think they're really cute. So I have an idea, and it's gonna sound a little crazy, I'll be honest. How about I give you a head massage? Well, no, because hear me out, right? All the stress, and I learned about this, right? I took a whole course on it because I was bored, because what else do you do in heaven except learn, apparently? They offer some special courses for some things, as, how else are we going to learn how to do things? But they offered this whole course on how to help relax people. And I was like, oh, well, that sounds like a really helpful skill to have for a seraphim. So I did it, and they taught me how to give massages. So, what do you say? Yes. Okay. So come here, come lay down, just put your head in my lap. It's totally fine, I promise. I'm not gonna bang your head on anything. Okay, now just sit back and relax. I'll take care of you. Okay, good. How's that? Okay. There you go. See? How's that feel? Is that better? Perfect. Okay. You know, they taught me in that class I was talking to you about, remember? And sorry, I'm getting a little quieter now because I want you to relax. Speaking of relaxing, though, in the class that they taught me how to do this in, we would, it was a lot of fun actually. We would sort of learn how to massage the tension out of the head and out of the scalp. And it was really interesting because I didn't realize how much stress built up in the head. Like, I knew there was the concept of the temples and the brain and, tension headaches, but I didn't know how much of it built up. So they taught us how to kind of oh, here, hang on. Okay, sorry. I felt like a little, I felt, it's hard to describe, but your scalp felt like a little tight, so I had to scratch at it to get the tension away. But they taught us all these techniques, and there's this one where I bring my hand up the back of your neck, and I just kind of scratch at it, and I think it'll feel really nice. So do you want me to try that on you? Okay. How does that feel? Perfect. I'm glad you feel better. Oh, by the way, sorry for kind of dragging the mood down earlier. I was supposed to be comforting you and not the other way around, so now I feel kind of bad. Oh, well, I know. I know what I said about us being there for each other and community and making sure everybody's taken care of. I know that, but it's not always about me. I like it when it's about other people. I like when I'm able to take care of people, and you just happen to be one of the people that I care about quite a bit. I mean, I care about everybody, and in heaven and in hell and just everybody in general, but you're special. You're very, very special. And honestly, I don't know what I would be doing without you. Probably not sitting outside on a blanket scratching heads. But I don't know. I think my life would be a little bit worse if it wasn't for you. Of course, you find joy in everything and anything you can, but you just make things special. I don't really know how to describe it otherwise. So thank you. This has honestly brought me a little bit of comfort as well, if I'm being honest. I told you that I get really nervous about the happenings in the world, and you've made me feel better just by being here. So thank you. I appreciate you. But, that's neither here nor there. You look kind of tired. I haven't even been doing this for that long. Okay, I will sit here very quietly and let you rest for a little while. And then if you happen to fall asleep, I will wake you up when it's time to go. Okay? Okay. Alright. Rest well, alright? Little forehead kiss for you. Alright. Rest well, okay? And don't worry. Everything's gonna be okay. I promise.